So another 268 New Holland baler video, and it's also has to do with the knotters. But it's not really actually the knotters this time. So I got a kicker, and I got it all put on. I had to do a little bit of drilling a few holes up front here because the kicker came off of a 273, and this is a 268, but it fit on. I had to drill a few holes up here in the front. This hole right, that bolt right there. I don't know if you can actually see it or not because my camera doesn't want to focus. Right, that bolt right there. I had to drill that hole. And I also had to drill a hole right here for this one because it didn't have it. However, the 273 bolted up right here, and it had two holes in this frame, the exact same thing. So that's what I did that. But anyway, that's not my issue right now. So I was having a little trouble. I'm just, as you can see, I tore apart what's left of a round bale here, and I was feeding it in the front like I'm just feeding it with a pitchfork into the front, running it with my little 284 International. It's a little tractor. It's a glorified lawn tractor, but it's got the 3-point arms and the PTO, the 540 and the 1000. Decent hitch and 30 horsepower Mazda engine in it, so it does the trick pretty well. I actually baled with it last year till I got my 2010 John Deere. But so I was running into an issue with the knotters not working right. It was just ripping the string. And I wasn't sure what the deal was because it worked perfectly fine last year. But this year, it got all this junk up in here because it just started ripping the strings. So I got down underneath, and as you can see, the string comes out here like it's supposed to, down through here, and then you go back underneath here, and we'll get a better view here. And these things right here hold, this one holds the string for this needle, and this one holds the string for this needle. Now, they're got a lot of years on them, and they've probably never been changed, which they don't really need to be changed. But I got to looking, so this has a flat side on it, which I thought, okay, well, I'll just flip it over and spin it a little bit so that groove that's right there gets away or goes away. But it's got a flat spot, so I reckon I have to take the whole thing off, which is just these little square nuts right here. Fortunately for me, it's a little rusty, but it works. But what I'm gonna do, and I believe it'll fix the problem, this was turned with that notch towards the needles. Now, I'm gonna try to get my camera to focus here. The reason I was having trouble, I believe, and what led me to that, is the string was still up through this one before I took it loose. You see it's loose here, other one is not. But that groove was pointed towards the needles. So essentially what was happening is that string was being pulled down into that groove, and it was pinching the string and wasn't allowing it to slide because that groove actually drops the level of your carrier here below the level of this, so it was just ripping the string to shreds right here, and then it would tear the string because the knotter was trying to pull it, and this was binding it up and not letting it go through. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to take these off and flip it over, so that way I can get rid of that grooved part, and I can have, if I can spin it back here again, well, that's as good as it's going to get right now. Grooves on the top side here. If I flip it over, that's brand new right there, as if I just bought one. But I don't know if anybody else is running into baler knotter issues or not, but that might also be part of the issue if you keep ripping string or the knotter's not working right or something like that. If it can't flow, if it can't be pulled real nice and smooth through these carriers, it's probably going to create a little bit of a problem. So I don't know if this video is helpful or not, but I hope so. Just a little tidbit of information that might help out. Anyway, appreciate you watching. Thank you.